Now, the thing is, this Backtopia is a powerful tool, but analyzing biological data on your laptops, it can be challenging. Okay, so we're going to see for whom it works and for whom it doesn't work. Okay, it might not work on everybody's laptops, but that's unfortunately what we're going to have to live with because people are going to have to. We're still investigating which environment people are going to use. Okay. In general, if you're doing bioinformatics, at the very least, you should have a power workstation, what I call a power workstation with, maybe 24, 32 gigs of RAM, okay? At the least. The reason I say this is because WSL works nicely, but it normally uses about half. So WSL also normally uses about half of your computer's memory because it's running alongside Windows. Okay, so that's a challenge. But the other problem is that some of the analysis software, it takes more memory. Okay, it's been interesting for me because I've been looking at how much memory these things take. And I was surprised that I could fit more into memory than I thought I could. But still, you need something with like a lot of RAM because the software takes a lot of RAM. What happens if you can't do that? If you don't have the right equipment, okay? Then you have a few options, okay? The people who are on the ColGen project, and I think some of you others have been introduced to the Terra environment, okay? Terra is running in Google Cloud, and I think now there's an option to run on the Azure Cloud, but it's running in the cloud that you don't need to use it. Yesterday, you saw Galaxy, okay? Again, Galaxy is running somewhere else. And so, for instance, for myself, if I need to run a Kraken analysis, Kraken takes about 50 gigs of RAM, okay? Because it loads the whole database into memory, okay, when it's running, and the standard database is about 50 gigs, okay. So I run it on Galaxy if I need to run a Kraken analysis because I don't have, unless I want to use the HPC that we've got in Leafoo, but very often I don't. I want to just get access to more resources quickly, and I use Galaxy, okay. Both Terra and Galaxy are examples of what we call platform as a service, okay? They provide you a platform that can do more than one thing, okay? They have different strengths and weaknesses. Terra, obviously, you pay for unless you're being sponsored by somebody, okay? But Terra, you run workflows, but if you want to do one tool, just run one tool, then it's not easy to do that on Terra because you must load a workflow up from Dockstorm, okay, that has, so if you want to just run a Kraken analysis or something like that, then Galaxy is better because it's, you can run the tools individually, okay? They have a few where it's a single tool workflow, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so they've got Kraken as its own thing. So,
like you're saying,
you get what they.
The inputs are dependent on, for example, if you want to run Kraken, you obviously need the context, so you must do that before.
No, you normally run Kraken on the raw reads. But so you need to expand if you are a developer, you can expand Terra with all sorts of things because you can write your own workflows and you can do all sorts of things, okay? And it's got the advantage that it's well optimized for loading up like a whole lot of samples and running them all like that, okay? Galaxy, you saw yesterday collections and how you can use a collection to run many workflows, across a collection, but some of the user interface, people still find a bit more challenging for that. But so there's external cloud resources like that you can go run on other people's computers in the cloud, okay? The other thing is that there are special purpose web tools for doing certain analysis, okay? And we'll, things like pattern watch, I'll show you some of those things. But ideally, you have some ability to run at least some tools and pipelines at your home lab. Because the reason why I say that's ideal is because then when you are exploring new pipelines, new methodologies, it's nice to have that ability to do that without having to kind of move your data to the internet and do all of those kind of things, okay? And that can be a power, as I say, a power desktop or a small server and so on. And yeah, but for now, people's labs are at different stages with this development, you know? I don't know. I know some people are doing everything in the cloud these days. I personally would get very frustrated if I had to do everything in the cloud. And then, of course, you're paying for cloud resources. Galaxy not, but then you saw also, I'm sure you saw yesterday, that sometimes things take quite a while to start running on Galaxy because you're sharing with lots of other people, okay? Okay, so for the next bit of our analysis, so we're going to need a couple of things. Firstly, we're going to need the data to work on, okay? And for that, we need to download let me just get my mouse to the right place. Where's my mouse from there? It's going to. So we're going to find somewhere where it's appropriate for us to work, okay? So I'm going to go into my documents folder because, yeah, but if you want to work in your home directory, but wherever you want to store data, okay? And we're going to start, SCP minus R, and then whichever user is your user, /data/webrio, okay, dot, okay. This is a big download. So let me just make it bigger again. SCP minus R, because we're downloading a whole directory, your username at shell.sanby.ac.za :/data/webrio space dot. Okay, that's going to download the data to where you are now. Can everybody run that command, please? Okay. This is to get what's going to download here is about 2 gigs worth of data. Okay, and I think everybody's got 2 gigs available on their laptops to work. In your example where you're using the computer remotely, I hope that your network connection is not too slow to download this. We're about to find out, I guess. And can everybody start this command running? And if you're having trouble, please put up the red sticky so we can see who's having trouble. But I just want everybody to get started because it's going to take a while for this command to run, and then I can explain other things while it's running. Okay? So, and if this is working fine for you, if it's busy downloading, please put up a green sticky. And if you're having problems, please put up a red sticky. Just running. If you are still processing, yeah, so getting there. That's a green sticky at the back, or is it an old sticky? Okay. What I'm working with here is some data from cholera in Haiti. Is that a red sticky over there? Or is that... Okay. Let's see what's going on. So where do you want to put the data? Do you want to put your home directory?